Coming up on this segment, we have to talk about the French President Emmanuel Macron, or more so, his wife Brigitte Macron, who is now suing Candace Owens for saying his wife Brigitte was born a man. People are saying, well, Nick Sorter is at least saying this discovery is going to be wild. Macron accuses Owens of publishing outlandish, defamatory, and far-fetched fictions that fueled campaign of global humiliation and relentless bullying. The 250-page suit was just filed in Delaware. No response from Owens yet. I just want to point out really quickly, it's interesting. Candace Owens, I believe, I'm not going to dox her. I don't think this is doxing. She lives in Tennessee. I don't know what city or what county or anything like that, but she does live in Tennessee, so it's interesting to file that.
Delaware.
But for anybody who doesn't know, Candace Owens, a couple months ago, she published at least it was like a 6-7 part series about Brigitte Macron and how she met Emmanuel Macron. Right? Yeah, I watched it. I'd have to probably rewatch it to really like get the points out of it, but there's a lot of weird things. I would say weird things. Allegedly. I would just say I would personally say weird things. About Emmanuel Macron, there's not much known of his history. Brigitte Macron, apparently she had a husband. She has 3 children. But there's not a lot of people actually going out there to bat and speaking out for her or anything like that. Or children are kind of, I guess, they're not in the spotlight, which might be abnormal, might not be abnormal. I don't know. You know, because it's like how, you know.
It's definitely a unique situation, I feel. Definitely we haven't seen something like this in the spotlight before. At least not to this extent.
It could be. I don't know if Obama's daughters. I mean, now the one of them they're trying to get into directing. They're more in the spotlight. Trump's kids, which obviously like Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, they're a little more in the spotlight. Yeah. But like somebody like Barron, they're not. You know, obviously he's just going to college and doing what he's doing, his own thing, whatever.
It's kind of like a personal choice. I don't know.
Yeah, so exactly. But I mean, her kids are older, but that doesn't mean they want to get involved in what she's involved in or he's involved in or whatever it is. But
it's a lot of speculation going around.
But this is a clip, just kind of a palate, not a cleanser. It's like this is an appetizer. I don't want to play the whole thing, and I don't know specifically. Obviously, the XXXY chromosomes of Brigitte Macron. But Candace Owens, she's been working with Javier Poussard, and there's other people who have come out and said this. And this is a weird situation. We're going to get into that a little later.
So regarding Brigitte Macron, who has now changed her face, as we learned, we know that she's seeing this doctor. She's getting feminization surgery. This is a good way. And plus, she's now in her 80s, right? And we've got only...
she's got to be in her late 70s at least.
Only pictures from her childhood. Only pictures of Jean-Michel Trogneau from his childhood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to add a little context into this because I'm not going to play you guys the full clips. There are actually no pictures from Brigitte Macron's childhood. Not until she's like in her like 30s, which is weird.
It's definitely interesting.
I mean, maybe there's a fire in the family home or something like that. I mean, I want to be as generous as possible, but this is obviously an affluent person. This is not somebody. I mean, if you're gonna be like, oh, well, I grew up in the slums, we couldn't afford cameras. It's like this is not that type of person. So,
and usually everyone has some type of child pictures at some point or another, whether it's 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 or 5, 6, 7, 10.
The very interesting thing, as Candace Owens has stated, and I'm going to take Candace Owens' word for this, and this is what I'm referring to. You cannot actually subpoena the yearbooks from the high school that she went to. You're not allowed to do that. You cannot, nobody can see those yearbooks. And I'm like, well, isn't that weird? Why can nobody see the yearbooks of the high school she went to? Because that should all be public record. It's public record in America. It's public record in France. I don't know.
When you compare this with the tech returns this way. It tells us that this is a high probability, and this is with dentured teeth, different teeth, right? It is telling us that this is.
And for context with this, I don't want to get too into it because, listen, if you really want to go into this whole rabbit hole, You really should go watch Candace Owens. She's a good series on this. She really
You
breaks
said
it.
what? She had a six-part series on this?
At least 6 parts, yeah.
Sheesh, yeah.
But she has a very good series about Emmanuel Macron, Brigitte Macron. She goes into their whole backgrounds, their families, what she can find out. She also has Xavier Poussard, all that type of stuff. But this is
clearly not based off of any. It's clearly based off of some type of facts. It's not just.
Well, it might. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a plastic surgeon. I would say that, like, just for example here, that like this boy and this woman, I would say, I mean, they look similar, but I can't say that for a fact. Like, I don't know. I haven't done the research. Candace Owens has. I'm sure.
I'm far from an expert.
I'm sure she knows a lot more about this than the average person. I'm sure it's more than to put it out, but apparently if you put this facial recognition software into somebody, it can tell you if it's somebody else. Normal, high. That doesn't mean it's true, but
to give a little bit more context to this argument too, it didn't start or end with Candace Owen.
no.
A lot of people have had this similar claims for quite a long time.
A lot of people have, and I think that's because Brigitte Macron, whether you were born a man or woman, the circumstances, even if we were to believe your circumstances, are very creepy. You were married to a man, you had 3 children. This is what Brigitte Macron says. I was married to a man, I had 3 kids, I was a high school teacher. I then left all that behind to be with a 15-year-old that I met. That's odd. Obviously, and I want to be very clear, at the time when they did this in France, this was not an illegal thing to do. But it definitely does throw up the groomer allegation, you know. But it wasn't technically illegal. Now it is. It is illegal now in France, but it wasn't at the time. So
definitely morally questionable.
Yes.
This boy in this school photo, okay? This is this boy in this school photo. It is returning from normal to highest being there at 17.3%. And that's just with the school photo and with years of work. Okay. We're not even comparing this to the school photos when she still has.
I would say in this photo, see what I'm saying, Duke, on the top right?
Yeah.
The eyes definitely do kind of look the same. The ears.
Yeah.
The ears look a little bit. I can't really tell. The ears.
I mean,
I don't know.
I would definitely believe the systems that are in place that do this regularly, that are designed to do this regularly.
It's AI, like I said. I don't know.
I'm far from an expert. But
no, exactly. I'm not going to say this is 100% definite, but I know Candace Owens, Javier
technology
Poussard,
is saying
and a lot of people have laid out a very extensive series on this. And we're going to get into actually some of the lawsuits that have happened before, and about how some of them have not come back as so credible.
The teeth that you see there on the left-hand side, right? When Brigitte still had teeth. This is with a ton of work being done.
And obviously teeth can be, teeth are adjusted. My teeth as a child were horrible. And then I had braces. My teeth do not look like it did when I was a child because my parents made me get braces. So just, teeth can be adjusted, but obviously people would say the slant of the eyes.
Yeah, certain facial structures
probably can't, The forehead probably can't.
By the magician to the transgendered community, right? The guy that can make you a woman. He looks at you, looks at women like they're clay. And it is still certain that is Brigitte Macron, okay? That little boy became Brigitte Macron. It is also certain that the woman in the wedding photo, so more aged on, Brigitte Trogneau, who married Andre Louis, is not the First Lady Brigitte Macron that we see today. It is returning low probability.
And obviously, this is another scandal, too, because her first husband, apparently, who she had all the children with, who she married, which the first husband has never been heard from. Nobody knows where he is. I think they say he's dead, I believe. He's not around anymore. Nobody can confirm this. The children, one child has come out to confirm it, not all 3, but one has come out to confirm it. But they say that this is her wedding photo to the first husband. And this same software, if it's reliable, which I don't know if it is,
Yeah.
but if it is,
that's the if.
every
Yeah.
probability on it is low. It says this is not the same person. So, there we go.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
listen,
Statistics are pointing to it.
and obviously,
Not adding up.
if you guys want more info on that, I think I should probably leave a link below to at least Candace's own channel. She's got a whole series on it. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this AI technology. I'm not saying here or there. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know she's put a lot of effort in. Javier Pusar has put a lot of effort in. There's a lot of people who put a lot of effort in it. Breaking news: Brigitte Macron sues Javier Pusar for cyber harassment. Summoned on the 21st of July, 2025, to the Milan office of the division, invested. I'm not going to speak French. I'm sorry. Diagos, the Italian political police, the author of Becoming Brigitte, was told that he would be questioned soon following a complaint by Brigitte Macron for cyber harassment. In the minutes of this complaint, which we have been able to look up, Brigitte Macron tells the commissioner, political police. Sorry, I had to look that up. I can't speak French. I'm not going to try to speak French. Who exceptionally came to the Elise. I don't go on a trip abroad without hearing about it. There isn't a spouse of a head of state who isn't aware of the rumor about her trans identity. And obviously, Javier Pusard is pretty much the guy who broke this story, or he's one of the people who broke this story. But he's been in constant contact with Candace Owens. They've collaborated very well. And that's why, he's actually really got a lot more fame, actually, for Candace Owens coming out. I mean, she's, I think, mostly going off of his reporting, probably some of her own reporting, too. I don't think, I don't know. I think Candace Owens is a pretty good journalist. I don't think everything she does is great, but
I think there's definitely enough uncertainty about this to definitely warrant some. I don't want to say warrant the speculation, but warrant some questioning as to is this person who she claims to be? Because
It's
a lot of
definitely-
things just truly aren't adding up.
it's definitely very interesting. And I don't even think it's so much about I don't even really care that much about the trans thing, except you could be like, well, I deceived the public, and all that stuff, which is, I mean, that's one thing, but like, I think
When we get to the heart of it, like you always point out, definitely
the grooming thing is a whole other thing, but
absolutely.
but that wasn't illegal. It is now illegal in France that you could not do this, but at the time it was not. So that's why Emmanuel Macron's the president. Candace Owens sued by French President Emmanuel Macron, his wife, for claiming Brigitte Macron was born a man who groomed her allegedly gay husband. Conspiracy spewing podcaster Candace Owens was slapped with a defamation lawsuit Wednesday by French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron for claiming that the First Lady was born a male who groomed her allegedly gay husband. I don't know if she ever actually inferred he was gay, but I guess
I mean, I guess they're trying to say if she is trans, and I don't know.
I guess,
Yeah, I guess. That's what it seems like.
The Paris power couple accused Owens, who has stirred controversy for spouting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, of pushing fictions that Mrs. Macron was born a man, stole another person's identity, and transitioned to become Brigitte, which obviously I am going to link down below, at least to her channel or maybe to the playlist. So if anyone wants the full context, I think Candace Owens does a really good job of going through all this stuff. Again, I don't know if it's
there's definitely a lot more material.
I don't know if it's true or not, but like, but she does lay out the facts as she has it as, I would say pretty solid. Brigitte Macron, 72, was a 39-year-old school teacher when she became the future French leader's educator when he was 15, which really, I mean, listen, really, this should be the scandal.
Yeah.
It really should.
Absolutely.
It really should.
Whether it was legal or not, to me, that's definitely
39 and 15. I mean, that's grooming. I mean, that's textbook grooming in 1993. So there's a 24-year age gap between these. And hey, listen, I'm saying, I mean, there are age gaps that happen all the time. Bill Belichick is dating. I mean, Bill Belichick's in his 70s. He's dating a 24-year-old, whatever. But like,
but not 15.
15. That's
That's a
kind
very
of like where you're like,
rough age to
like
start a
that's kind of like,
relationship with.
no, you can't
Yeah.
do that. But apparently,
Apparently you
listen,
could in France.
well, I wanna be very clear. I think that's disgusting. I don't think it's right. Apparently, at the time in France, there was no law against it. So
Apparently nothing illegal happened. Yep.
so they say. The pair have been married for nearly 2 decades after getting hitched in 2007. Haven't had any kids, oddly, but I guess kids aren't for everybody. In January, Owens ran an 8-part podcast series that obsessed over their May-December romance, according to the complaint. I believe that Emmanuel Macron is a homosexual man that was groomed from his youth, Owens said in one of the episodes. I believe the individual who groomed him is now his wife. I believe that his wife was born Jean-Michel Trogneau and transitioned in his early 30s, and I believe the entire state is colluding to protect that secret. And like I said, I would stake my entire professional career on all of those points. That's a pretty big claim.
Yeah, that's a pretty big statement right there by Candace.
But she can say what she wants. But yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, the lawsuit also cited statements by Owens on her podcast that claim Mrs. Macron and President Macron are blood relatives committing incest, and that President Macron was chosen to be the president of France as part of a CIA-operated MK Ultra program or a similar mind control program. I watched the entire series. Or maybe I didn't. I don't remember it being that many parts. I think it was 6 parts, but I don't remember her ever saying that they were blood relatives or it was part of some CIA operated thing. I think she said he had powerful family, and that was all kind of being hidden from people. I don't remember that, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. So, jeez.
But apparently there's quite a lot going on in the relationship, stemming from as simple as grooming to potential
we got Brigitte Macron. And listen,
incest, and yeah.
I don't know. Like, I can't. I guess I'm not like a good identifier of people. I can't look at this person and be like, oh, they were born a man. I don't know. But there's been a lot of research put into this by Javier Pusar. And there is a very interesting thing from this lawsuit that actually just settled, I think, a couple weeks ago. France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, steps up legal battle over gender rumors. France's First Lady is taking her... No. There's too many F's in here. France's First Lady is taking her fight to the country's highest appeals court after 2 women were cleared by a lower court of spreading false rumors online that she used to be a man. France's First Lady... Okay. On Thursday, the Paris Appeals Court overturned earlier convictions against the 2 women for spreading false claims that went viral online that Brigitte Macron, 72, okay, she's not 80, she's 72, used to be a man. This information on Macron's gender is circulating on social media for years. Her 24-year age difference with President Emmanuel Macron has also attracted much comment, which that
should be the bigger.
Listen, I'm not going to say that her being transgender, if she deceived the public, I think you should probably be honest about your identity. But the grooming thing is definitely, that's definitely a lot worse. I mean, you're a 39-year-old woman trying to hit on a 15-year-old boy. That's kind of crazy.
Boy. That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to digest.
I mean, people are saying, well, they don't have any kids. I'm like, well, in defense of her being a woman, which I'm not sure if she is or she isn't, but like, you're 39 and you're with a 15-year-old, so it's like, how much time do you really have? Not that much. I mean, maybe a little bit, but like, they never had any kids. It's like, well, yeah.
According to this article, I guess what? Yeah, they are saying that she used to be this Jean-Michel Trogneau as well.
Jean-Michel Trogneau.
Jean-Michel Trogneau, yeah.
Well, that's what the speculation is, but like I said, the whole point of me bringing it, I don't want to read the whole thing, but
no.
But I'm just saying, they taken to court. She wanted these people, to be, obviously financially destitute for saying this, and they said, "Nah, we don't believe what they're saying."
And the 2 women were cleared, though. I think
They were
that's kind
cleared.
of big too, is that they were cleared of the lawsuit.
Listen, I'm not saying it's proper that somebody would have to submit something like that, like a DNA test to prove what gender you are, because I mean that might be a little invasive. But
Yeah.
if all these rumors are swirling and you could just end it so easily, eh,
Mm. And
I'm just saying. I mean, somebody could say I'm a woman,
yeah.
or they could say I'm a man. I just don't really care. Whatever.
And I guess
It
they
doesn't
don't
really
really
matter
care
to
either.
me.
Well, I guess
Like, you know,
I guess they do care because I mean they're filing lawsuits
obviously
for
they do.
defamation,
Yeah.
but they're not
Which
willing
this is
to
something
completely
I
disprove
want
it.
to just bring
I don't
up
know.
to something that's happened in U.S. politics. I mean, this is swirled around Michelle Obama. There's been a lot of rumors that
Yeah.
she was born a man.
Similar things have been said that, yeah.
Similar things have been said, but the Obamas have never acknowledged it. They've never gone out of
Yeah,
their
they don't put
way
any
to
weight on it.
disprove it. They've never said a thing about it. They just ignore it. It's just noise to them. Which, listen, if you're going to be a political figure, if you're going to be the president of the United States or the president of France,
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of noise. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
people out there who
you
say
gotta learn to
Melania
just ignore
Trump
it.
is a man. I'm sure there's people out there that say Hillary Clinton's a man.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
sure
it's
it's been
just
said at least one point or another, yeah.
Of course,
For sure.
It's
Yeah.
just there's always going to be noise. But giving credence to this, it's like, I don't know if they ever heard of the Streisand effect, but this is going to make it absolutely worse. But
Yeah. I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out in court.
so, as far as we know so far, Candace Owens has not responded to this. I think this just dropped today. The Macrons of France are suing Candace Owens for saying Brigitte Macron is a man. One thing is for certain, Brigitte, born 4/13/1953, is 72 years old, more than 24,
Which, yep.
24 years older than Emmanuel, born 12/21/1977. Emmanuel was only 15 in high school when he first met Brigitte, who was 39 and a teacher at the school. Brigitte's daughter was a classmate of Emmanuel. That's gross. And listen,
Absolutely accurate.
I
Yeah,
don't-
that should be the bigger story.
I
For
don't know
sure.
specifically when they start. There's things that Candace says they started dating when they met. I don't know if that's true, but they did
Sheesh.
meet when she was 39 and he was 15. So if you're gonna make some, I don't know what the French people would say. If you're gonna make some type of
I mean, even more on top of it, though, wasn't she, according to their own, facts and statements, she was his teacher.
Yes.
So
No.
not only is the age
No,
difference, not only is
that's
the,
100%.
questioning identity,
Yeah, that's
this person was his teacher,
yeah, no, that's
and
100%.
then they started a relationship. Like, there's so many morally inappropriate things going on here. It's crazy.
And yet they are the
And yet she is the
president
first
and
lady
first lady of
of
France.
Yep.
So
Well, I guess we'll definitely
this-
need to keep an eye on this.
this will be very interesting. We're gonna see what the development is, but if you could, we'll follow up on this. But yeah, like, share,
Yeah.
subscribe. We'll see what's gonna happen.
Let us
with
know
this.
what you think. Yeah.
And we will get back to you. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, this is just my grok thing. I don't need this actually. Yeah. I was 15 years old. Student Brigitte was 40 years old. Drama teacher. And they say the relation developed later, but it's still like that's a creepy. It's a 25.
He was 17, according to that.
It's a 24, 25 year age gap. That's very creepy. Very creepy.
And yeah, it's like we've said, like you specifically like to highlight, and I agree with you. It's textbook grooming.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, textbook grooming.
It wasn't not by the definition of France, but
Yeah.
but now it is. Now France would say that's wrong, but before it was okay, which is
Well,
change with the times.
Let's let us know what you think about the whole situation and what you think is more interesting, more important, the grooming aspect,
and like
the identity aspect, all that stuff.
Like, share, subscribe, share it out to your friends, your relatives, your enemies, your cats, your parrots. Parrots like repeating us, but that could just be a condition of the species. Hey everybody, coming to you from the future here. Just a really quick update here. Candace Owens did respond right as I was editing this video down, so I just wanted to include her response and what she thinks on the lawsuits with Brigitte Macron, and that she's looking forward to discovery.
You were born a man and you will die a man.
Ooh.
That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood, figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason, to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it.
The pictures are very hard to find of early life of Brigitte Macron.
Right, that is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away, and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. And I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, I will see you in court.
So, as you can see from that, Candace Owens responded, and she is not backing down. She's looking forward to Discovery, and I'm sure we will have more from this storyline in the following weeks or months. And I guess Discovery should be interesting. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and keep the update brief. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.